Hey guys, today we've got a slightly different episode for you. I'm heading up north to test out the iPhone 12 Pro. We're going to be checking out photos, panoramics and Dolby HDR, filming a mountain biker at a lovely location. If you want to check out the HDR workflow, I've got a Final Cut Pro video on how you can edit it and export it so it displays correctly in HDR. If you find this video useful, don't forget to smash that like button and hit that subscribe. Let's get to the location. Hi guys and welcome to JTech WP. Today I'm reviewing the iPhone 12 Pro with a friend, Jon Watkiss, who's a professional photographer, and he's going to tell you a bit about himself.
Hello, my name's Jon, mountain biker and been an amateur photographer since about 95. Turned pro around 2008 and yeah, been shooting and riding mountain bikes.
We're testing out the Dolby HDR Vision on this phone, which is one of the things that makes it really special. It gives you a lot more dynamic range than a normal camera phone. And we are in a location which is pretty beautiful. Over to Jon.
Yeah, we're up in Nant Arian, mid-Wales. We are about 12 miles east of Aberystwyth. Beautiful countryside around here, absolutely stunning views. So a good place to test the HDR and also Pano and a load of other settings that we've got on that camera.
Yep, really looking forward to it. So let's get on with the testing.
Yeah.
Photos, see what we think.
Yeah, cool.
There it is, let's have a look at that.
That's looking good.
What do you think for the skies and the dynamic range?
Yeah, the sky is standing out as though, well, it's almost as though it's polarised. Hill has got a lot of detail still in it. It is looking like it is as you see it. It's not dropped anything, there's no details missing.
We're going to test out the panoramic feature on this, which is fantastic. So I'm just going to get a shot of the lake now. See the first part of our pano. I messed up the first bit, but the rest of it.
That's looking good. It's not messed up the water texture at all. You know, I was half expecting to see the ripples doing some sort of strange, funny thing across it.
Blending, but it's not there, is it? It's perfect.
No. I was really surprised about that because there's not a lot of movement on that water, but there is some. That's good.
So Jon's an Android user, he's not used an iPhone before. We're going to see how he gets on his own with the Pro, using the app and generally using the camera. So over to you.
Cool. Right, like Jon just said, I'm an Android user, never been anywhere near iOS or anything else like that. So if I can get to grips with this, then, you know, there's a chance. I'm just looking through here at the basic settings. Right at the bottom of the screen, you've got time lapse, you've got slow-mo, there's video mode, there's photo, there's portrait, and there's pano. Now it's flicking between those different settings quite quickly, and that's a nice bit. You don't really want to be standing around waiting for a phone to react. It is looking like most of the features are there that you'd want to get access to. Yeah. I'm just flicking backwards and forwards here, just trying to switch between settings. Everything seems to be there that you'd want. The only thing I can't see is where you'd go in and you'd do the finite settings. Oh, hang on. Yeah, there you go. There's the exposure setting. So most of the features are easily accessible. Okay, I've just done something here and I don't know how to get it back out. See, this is a problem with being an Android user. You get used to a certain way of doing things and then you get stuck. Ha, there we go. Got it back.
One of the awesome features about the iPhone 12 is the A14 Bionic Processor. It's got several CPU cores, graphics cores, and it's got neural engine cores, which basically means that when it takes 9 photos all in once, it blends them together, it gives you an amazing dynamic range in your photos. So I'm just going to take a few shots into the light, which is quite tricky for the camera. And have a look at the results. Yeah, I mean, the highlights are really good. You can see all the detail. What I'm looking at on the screen is better than what I'm seeing with my own eyes here because there's more dynamic range. It really is a stunning bit of kit.
Okay, Jon's handed me this over, so let's have a quick look, see how good these settings are. So just alter the brightness through there. That's looking okay. We should go, grab that. Let's switch across to Pano, see how that comes out. Okay, it's telling me that you've got to rotate it round. Read the instructions on the screen when you're using one. Let's see, start over there. Trying to keep myself as steady as I possibly can. We'll stop there. Let's have a quick look. Okay, I did go a bit off there on the steadiness of it. Quick zoom in. Now looking across at the water, there is still no weird effects going on. A couple of little ripples that might be slightly out of place, but that is picking it up quite nicely. The sky's looking good. Even in the brightest spot there, you can still see what it's meant to look like, which is good. Considering it's a phone camera, there's no polarizer on there that we know of. There's no HD lens. There's nothing else that's there that could possibly be doing it apart from the phone software. I'm pleasantly surprised. Considering I'm a non-iOS user, so far impressions are good.
I'm going to test now is the face focus tracking. I'm going to get my beautiful assistant to walk towards me. So John, if you could walk towards me.
Okay.
Okay, so that looked like it locked onto his face for the whole time. There we go, so it's tracking your face as you're walking towards me. Can you see the box around there?
Yeah. Considering that is live feed, yeah. It's like looking at what you're looking at. There's no difference between what you're seeing in the camera and what you're seeing in the real world. That's good. Very good. Must admit, I'm getting impressed with it. I am getting
Do you want
impressed.
one yet?
No.
Oh, no!
Still Android, still Android.
We're converting by the end of the day.
Maybe.
We're now going to try out the portrait mode, which blurs out the background using the artificial intelligence. It's going to move in to John here. Ah, yeah, spot on. Really soft background. Have a look. What do you think of that?
Oh, nice. Considering I'm in the photo, that's a good photo. That background is very soft. It's not done anything weird with it either.
Yeah, there's no fringing around the edges or anything like that.
No.
It just looks like you'd be shooting on a DSLR or a mirrorless.
Even though I'm picking up got a fluoro vest on, it's not picking that up in any strange way at all.
Yeah, there's no mare or anything like that.
No. That's looking good.
Yeah, that's straight out of a phone with that, like pro lens. Happy days.
No filter.
Yeah. Cool.
John's just passed this to me. I'm going to do one test with it, which is a zoom test. Up here you get quite a lot of wildfowl. They are quite far away at the moment, so let's see how well it'll pick them up. We've got some right over the far side. So I'm on 1x here, so that'll be the standard lens. You can go out even wider to the 0.5x, so that'll give you a really wide angle. Go into number 2, so that'll be 2x zoom, and let's just pinch in. I can just make them out in the image. This is a digital zoom on it. I don't know if it's catching them. They are quite a long way away. Yeah, not getting them.
That's £2,500, that's £3,000. It's not even waterproof. The iPhone 12 Pro is waterproof. I could put it in that lake, bring it out, and it will still work. If I put this in the lake, it's insurance claim time.
Professionally, I can see advantages of this little camera. There's a phrase that goes around with regards to cameras, which is the best camera is the one that's with you. This camera on the iPhone will pick up and will be useful. It is a very highly qualified camera, but it's certainly not one of these jobs. This has got a far better zoom than that, but this is designed for a specific job. The camera on the iPhone almost gets there.
There's one slight problem with this. It doesn't fit in your pocket. The iPhone, it fits in your pocket and it does amazing video, amazing photos, and it's right there. That, you got to take a bag, you can't fit it in your pocket. That's my point. With the photos and panos tested, it was now time to test the Dolby HDR. For this I was using 4K 60p, decided to get some scenery shots of the lake area, and then move on to get some shots of Jon getting ready for action on his mountain bike. So a bit of putting the gloves on close up, showing off the depth of field that's available on the lenses. As this is an SDR video, I've converted the HDR to Rec 709 colour space using HDR tools in Final Cut Pro just to get it to work and play normally so you can see it. For filming action sports like this, the focus tracking is really spot on the money, and Jon kept going around the course for me, going over the obstacles, and the iPhone 12 Pro handled it with no problems. The dynamic range in the HDR looked absolutely stunning, and then he had a bit of a crash.
You crashed there.
The audio straight out of the camera is very impressive too. It's very accurate to what I was hearing. I then tried a stability test running along with the camera tracking Jon, but I did get some strange effects with the HDR, like exposures changing, a bit of jumping about, but that's to be expected. It was quite a bumpy track. We finished off our session at Nant Arian with a beautiful sunset and a relaxing drive back home to the studio. Well guys, that's it. The iPhone 12 Pro, what an awesome camera phone it is. It's probably good enough for professional use in my opinion. If you want to see the full mountain bike edit, check out the video and the link there, and you'll be able to see the HDR output of the iPhone 12. I haven't touched any colour correction, it's shot straight out of the iPhone, so there's no changes to it whatsoever. Hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.